Hello guys, let's jump right in. I'm going to show you how to make a hard Tunisian crochet. So we start with a slip knot. We're going to chain 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, so we have here our 15 chains, and we're gonna work on the back. So we would usually work here up front. We're gonna turn our chain, or we're going to work on these bumps right here. So the loop that you have on your hook counts as 1, and we're going to insert our hook into that back bump and pull. And insert and pull all the way down a row. And yes, even on our very last stitch, we're going to insert our hook and pull. And there we have it. So here's your foundation. And to start our next row, we're going to chain 1. And then we're going to pull again, where we're going to go through 2 hooks. And then 2 hooks again. 2 loops again. 2 loops again. And there we have it. So now here comes the fun part. So we're going to work into that little loop that we have here in our front. We're going to insert our hook and pull. And just like in our foundation chain, our foundation row, just like it, we're going to insert our hook and then pull. So essentially what we just made was our first row, and this is going to be our second row. So we insert and pull, insert and pull. And right here at the very end, you're going to see that V right there. We want to catch both of those loops. So as you can see, we're going to insert, we're going to pull, and then to do our back, just like our last row, we're going to pull or chain 1, then going to yarn over and then pull through 2 hooks in our 2 loops in our hook, and then 2, and since I'm following a Pinterest pixel art that I'm going to be putting here on the screen for you guys, I need another row before I start my heart. So I'm going to continue with my row. And there we go, and as you can see, this Tunisian crochet stitch creates like this super cute tiny and little squares. So as you'll count your rows as you see the squares. So this is row 1, this is your 2, and this one eventually will be 3. So let's continue, because now we're going to build, or we're going to start our color change. So for our next row, we're going to, how would I call it, stitch 7 more. So we have 1 or 6 more because we already have 1 on our hook. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's get our next color, which is going to be, I'm just going to use this baby yellow. So I would normally just insert my hook and then pull this blue, but instead I'm going to insert my hook and pull with that yellow. And it's only for 1 stitch, so I'm going to drop my yellow, and as you can see, pick up my blue, making sure it goes over my yellow. So we continue to the very end. And instead of going through 2 loops on our hook with that blue, I'm just going to drop it, pick up my yellow, and then go through those 2, and then drop it again, pick up my blue, and continue till the very end of our row. So for our next row, it only calls for 6 blue stitches, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And it calls for 3 yellow stitches. So we drop our blue, pick up our yellow, pull it. It's 2, and 3. And again, we drop our yellow, pick up our blue, make sure our tension is right, and we continue. Also make sure that our bat, whenever we pull the color, it's not super tight. We want it loosey goosey. And we continue until the very end of our row. And again, we go through 2 loops in our hook, and before we get to that color, we drop our blue, pick up our yellow, and we pull through 2, and 2, and 2. And again. And there you have it. And as you can see, our little heart is starting to show up. I'm going to leave you with a time lapse so you can see how the heart starts to build up.